Welcome to part 2 of my Godzilla collection. Uh, so now we're done with the amazing figures, including this guy over here, Shin. We might as well get on with my movies that I have in my collection. Now, bear in mind, since I'm British, we have very lack of Godzilla films in the UK, for God knows why. I mean, heck, even when I tried to do a lot of research for my Godzilla documentary, there was like um, no information about it for some reason. But anyway, let's get off with my very first Godzilla DVD that I ever owned. But this one is a rebuy since I kind of messed up the old DVD that I have. It's the 1998 Godzilla movie by TriStar, directed by Roland Emmerich, the guy who did Stargate and Independence Day. Of course, this was the very first Godzilla movie I ever watched. First time that I came across this movie is when I was a young kid, and I remember, get this, a Triceratops, not Triceratops, Stegosaurus, wrecking a bridge. But of course, I was young at the time, and I didn't get a good look at the monster since it was on very old TV. It was like in the early or very late 90s, because I was born in 96. So when this movie arrived, like possibly on television like a year later in 99, I think I was very young to notice what it was. But of course, when I played the video game Godzilla Destroy Monsters Melee on the GameCube, that's why I decided to track down the movies. Of course, this was the one that was available at the time, being Godzilla, the 1998 one, or Zilla, as some of the haters call him. Even though I actually liked this movie, and plus for a DVD that was reissued a few times in the years, it actually comes with a good amount of bonus features. Actually, like making of, music video, photo gallery, producer's bio, take on New York, behind the scenes featurette. Yeah, so quite a lot for this DVD, even though this DVD was released in '99. But of course, the version I have is the 2014 reissue. Actually, no, 2010, actually. Um, I really want to get my hands on the Blu-ray, because apparently they corrected a lot of things that Dean Devlin wasn't happy with. But but of course, I'm an easygoing person on movies, and I don't see this as a bad movie, but I do understand why people have such hatred for this film. Um, but still, a good movie. However, my second Godzilla DVD, which I actually need to rebuy because this DVD is also, well, buggered. It's King Kong versus Godzilla, the original one, until we get the new film, which is in I think 2020 or 21 by Warner Brothers. Yeah, this is the American dub version of King Kong vs. Godzilla, where loads of scenes have been edited out, and of course Akira Fukube's music is absent besides the Tribe song. Yeah, I need to reissue. I need to get my hands on the a new version of this, perhaps on Blu-ray, since it just came out on Blu-ray. So this and the original Godzilla movie are the only Showa films to be released in UK. Speaking of the first film, here we have the classic media release of the original 1954 classic. Or this is technically a double feature, since you have the original Godzilla, the Japanese one, and the US dub. Well, the US re-edit with Raymond Burr. This DVD is absolutely incredible for its quality and behind-the-scenes featurette, which I did use a lot of the info from for my documentary. Well, of course, the problem is it's Region 1, and I used to play a lot on my DVD player, which was all region, which I didn't know at the time, and until that one went bust, so I was kind of, well, stuck. Of course, sometime later, I got my hands on Godzilla 2000, also for Region 1, and it actually contains a behind-the-scenes featurette, which is only for the Japanese one. Wait, Japanese one? What am I talking about? I mean, it actually has a behind-the-scenes material, which is nothing but the Japanese footage, but not dubbed. Actually, I would have preferred if they had subtitles so I could understand what actions they're making on the clips. But it also has a lot of trailers and all that, mostly for the 1998 movie. Yeah, unfortunately, Region 1. But then, I got my hands on the original Godzilla movie again, but this time, it's the BFI release of the movie, which this one is available in Britain. this was a nice set. Of course, yeah, it's beat up like beyond hell. The DVD is, well, also messed up, but it came with a booklet and all things. But of course, when the 60th anniversary came out, I rebuyed it with this, and it's essentially the same. All that. Yeah, so this is a very fantastic release by the British Film Institute. Actually, this is my only DVDs of the British Film Institute I have. Of course, when 2014 rolled around, we got the Gareth Edwards movie, which I actually went to see this in the cinema, and I actually have my ticket plastered on my wall, which is over there next to the Doctor Who and the Daleks poster. So yeah, this is a very it's a great movie, I would say, and I still need to see Kong Skull Island, which that one is technically classed as a Godzilla movie and all that. Yeah, it was great. I don't get why people say there was not a lot of Godzilla in the movie, even though the original 1954 classic didn't have him much either, because built suspense and all that. But of course, I'm looking forward to Godzilla King of Monsters in 2019. And all that. But of course, then came 2016, we have Shin Godzilla. Now this one I did buy for Blu-ray, thanks to the people of Manga. Yes, Manga. Because, actually focus iPhone. Yeah, Manga. Yeah. Of course, this is a great Blu-ray set. It comes with the Japanese version of the movie on a separate disc, as well as the US dub. The Funimation dub, and plus it has special behind the scenes, mostly a visual effects breakdown, which is actually beneficial for me because I need this because to be more prepared for my studies at my uni and all that. Let me just put the iPhone down so it doesn't look unprofessional while I do that. Okay. Last DVD, which this actually two last DVDs. These ones aren't necessarily Godzilla movies, but one of them is by Toho, while the other one is by Hiakiki Anno. Here we have the Japanese horror House by Toho. I believe some people from the Godzilla films actually came to work on this movie. I gotta say, this movie is insane and highly imaginative, and it's definitely one of my favorite horror movies out there. House, or as the Japanese title pronounces as Hausu. Yeah, this movie is insane, and a lot of bonus features as well. And plus, this was my first Eureka DVD. Of course, this movie has been reissued on Blu-ray, so I may go for that, but actually I'll keep this for now. Last one is the end of Evangelion. Of course, now since we've been getting some merchandising of Godzilla vs. Evangelion, I might as well to include my figure and the movie as well. I would have gone for Death of Rebirth, but my brother already has it, but it was part of like a magazine series. I just wish that Manga UK could re-release the first two Evangelion movies on Blu-ray. But of course, rights, the rights, they're all over the place. But the movie itself is fantastic. Of course, you need to get familiar with the series before you watch these movies, because you're going to be flat out confused. But luckily, since I watched Death and Rebirth and the rebuild of Evangelion, I got a good idea what I'm expecting for the end. Which this was supposed to be the true end for the series. Which, of course, the original episodes that ended really ticked off some people. So that's my DVD collection of Godzilla. Well, besides these two, actually. Next part we'll be looking at the video games. See you later.